That one was nice. I liked that one.
Good evening, young lady.
I'm not a young lady, I'm 24.
My apologies. It's nice to meet you. My name is Henry Guilford. I'm a folklorist from the University of Sydney. I've been travelling around these parts lately, going to local towns and finding out the true nature of this rural life here. This here is my friend Sam Harvey, who as a vagrant happens to be right in the epicenter of this rural culture and has been kindly giving me a few of his life experiences.
Yes, he's always like this.
Yes, well.
So what's your story then? Seeming we're all sharing?
Well, I grew up in this town actually, but I haven't been here for quite some time.
What was it that brought you back then?
Well, when I heard about the fire, you see my folks had a farm here. I had to see if they were alright, but it was no use. They're gone. The whole place was burnt down. I never ought to have expected anything else.
I do sympathise. It seems a lot of people lost their homes in the fire. A terrible tragedy.
It was no natural tragedy. Bushrangers hiding out here done it. Bloody bandits. I spoke to the sheriff. They're still out here. He said that they're doing everything that they could, but it sure doesn't look like it. Have they even made one arrest on these thugs?
Wouldn't expect much else from him if I were you. He's bloody useless.
Well, something's got to be done. Families are dead. My family's dead. I don't know how he can see what they've done and not have every man out here scouring the hills for eternity. Okay. My mother had this jar of rosary. It wasn't worth anything, but it was special to me. My father carved it for her. It must have still been around her wrist when they buried her. I couldn't find it. The sheriff said there were a lot of unidentified bodies.
It really is one of life's greatest injustices when we lose those who we love. I've been to plenty of towns. Everyone has their burden to bear. What can any of us do? Destruction is in the nature of life out here.
You saying these bastards are doing us all a favour? Coming in, pillaging, destroying lives and livelihoods?
No. Not at all. You misunderstand. I simply mean that sometimes rebirth can come out of destruction. I've seen it time and time again. You can see it in the bush now. The devil will always be a part of man. You can't change that, and you can't stop people like these. But I know that the good people will rise above it. They always do.
You sure can spit out a lot of coca, mate. But I guess you got one thing right. Ain't no use fighting them. They can do more to you than you can do to them, trust me.
I've even heard a rumor that these bandits can't be killed by regular rounds. It's a local superstition. Silly, of course, but it's obviously based on the truth that these men are not to be trifled with.
Well, I don't know what to do, but something's got to be done, or they're just going to keep going around hurting folks.
Just how it is.
It's a shame that I have to leave on such an unpleasant note, but I really must be getting back to my hotel room. I don't believe you've introduced yourself by name.
I'm Mary. Mary Walter.
Well, it was lovely to meet you, Mary. I might pop back again tomorrow. Good day.
Do you mind if I stay here for tonight? I haven't really got anywhere else to go.
As long as you don't mind the cold.
I'm used to it by now.
Where'd you get that pistol? Did you steal it?
You take me for a criminal?
I've just learned the hard way that people will do what they need to survive.
Actually, it was my father's. I ought to sell it, but...
You want something to remind you of your folks.
Yeah, well, that's one reason.
I'm gonna go fill up the billy. Watch the camp.
Why is it always me you send out? Why can't I have a phone with
I've read about you in the town. You're Tim Jackson. You gunned down that poor shop boy last week. Go on, you better start talking. You're gonna get what's coming at you. Tell me where your friends are hiding.
You're not gonna hurt me, little girl.
Yeah? Is that right?
Damn right. Now take these ropes off before I strangle you with them. Bitch!
I tell you, I've got nothing to lose. You better start talking.
Alright, Jesus. The camp's up around Hancock Point. A mile down the east track, then north, half mile off the track. Just let me go, I'll leave town, I promise.
What the bloody hell's going on here?
Nothing. It's got the location of their camp. Something the police haven't been able to do since the fire.
Mary, don't you understand? Once they figure out who's missing, they're gonna move camp. And if he tells anyone about us, we'll be dead by tomorrow.
Someone gonna bandage my bloody foot?
We ain't gonna tell nobody. We'll take him to the county jail.
That jail is full of rats. You had a better idea? He deserved it anyway.
Last night you were telling me not to fight.
No. You were right. I've been sitting around feeling sorry for myself for far too long.
What do you mean?
I used to be a copper before the fire. But a copper ain't no good if he's got no home. Let's bury him. Somebody's been here. We better get to the camp before he gets the message there. We don't have time for the authorities. We're going to have to handle this ourselves.
Morning, folks. Going somewhere?
We found the bushrangers' camp. We're headed off now to take them out.
Have you gone completely mad? You'll get yourselves killed!
You told me last night you were a pretty good shot. Why don't you come help us out and get some numbers on our side?
Look, don't involve me in this feud of yours. It's not my problem.
Look, if you're not going to come, then bugger off.
Utter insanity. Morning, Sheriff.
Morning. I was just out scouting the area, and I noticed that I haven't seen you around here before. Where's your residence?
I'm just passing through town. I'm staying at the Stockbridge Inn. My name is Henry Guilford.
Papers?
Yes, of course.
Well, that's all in good order.
Thank you.
You have a good day, sir.
You too.
There's only 2 by my count.
Only 2 bandits caused all this.
Well, I don't think their friend made it here yet. There's one more coming over from the west. But I know at least 7 of these bastards by face. They must have another camp somewhere.
Sam, I don't know if I can kill a man. I mean, I told that man I would earlier, but I don't think I would have. And if you hadn't have killed him, I don't think I would have been able to.
You would have died anyway. And if it helps you sleep at night, I'll take them all out myself. Just be ready.
Look, mate, I know what you thought, but the Earth revolves around the sun.
Nah, mate, you said that the small things go around the big things, therefore the Earth is bigger than the sun.
It just looks smaller because it's further away.
Sam.
Find it most satisfying killing someone when they're already down.
Sheriff? What are you doing with these arsonists? These murderous thieves?
Funnily enough, sheriffs don't get paid that much. And besides, being on the other side of the law is a lot more fun.
You bastard.
Don't talk to your sheriff that way. You're a convicted criminal as well. You already killed one of my loyal comrades. You're in this with me. What a waste. If your family were here, if they weren't dead of course, they'd be very disappointed.
That's my mother's rosary.
Oh really? This is your mother's? You can have it back. It'll be the last thing you cherish before I put a bullet in between your eyes.
Mary, are you all right? Where's Sam? Oh, right. Look, Mary, listen, we have to go. We have to get out of here. We can't stay in here anymore. I've got a carriage that can take you out of town.
There's still more bandits out here.
There always will be. But this is a battle you have to fight another day. It's not safe for you anymore. You've been involved in the murder of the sheriff.
Please let me say goodbye to Sam.
Okay. Oh, you may not want to look. His appearance is not dignified.
Could you just give this to him for me?
I'm sorry, my friend. For, you always told me I spoke too much, so I won't draw it out.